My name is David Nonyana. From a young age, I was caught in a life of crime that ended in pain, regret, and darkness. But by the amazing grace of God, I was saved and set free to a life of peace and prosperity today. This is my story. During my time of crime, I always felt like I am the guy, this is the kind of life, this is the life, there is no other life than this one. You get this false happiness, because that kind of happiness always came when you spend money, I liked women, move around a lot, nightclubs, strip clubs. That's the kind of life I live. You're never satisfied. You want more because when you get today, tomorrow it's gone, and then you live a life of impressing other people. It's not a reality, You think that is the reality, but it's not. It's a false one. And I didn't realize that until I was locked up. There were no ATMs, there were no credit cards those years. And slowly we started robbing the armored cars, And then we realized that robbing armored cars was actually lucrative. We made a lot of money out of that. And soon, we graduated. We moved from armored cars, but we didn't leave them totally. We moved from armored cars to cash depots. So it happened one day. Me and my friends, we were 4 in number. We went to rob a cash depot in the Free State, a small town of Bethlehem. Okay, we managed to rob the depot. We took the money. On our way out of town, we met with this roadblock. Little did we know that the roadblock was actually set there for us, and a shootout ensued. They arrested us, took us to police stations. We were separated to different police stations. But the trial didn't take long. In 3 months' time, we were all sentenced to a period of 15 years each.
Before I met David, he was a tsotsi. And I didn't know that. He told me that, no, he's doing some stuff. So I wanted to know more about him. After 3 months, he disappeared. I tried to make some calls. He didn't answer, only to find out he was arrested.
My time in prison was difficult because I never thought I'll be arrested for that. I've been doing that for quite some time. At the age of 40, here am I in prison. I've let my family down, my friends. That's when you start to do what they call self-introspection, because this is the reality now. Prison is the reality. The outside world, the kind of life I lived of crime, was not the real reality, the true thing,
After 3 years, he called me and he told me that he was arrested and then he's 15 years. I started praying for him, praying very hard, and nothing happened, but God was dealing with him.
Prison life in general, especially where I was, it was a maximum prison where you find all these hardcore prisoners, hardcore criminals. They all locked up in there, People know they'll never get out of prison, All I can say is during that time, the Lord was there with me. He protected me, I met with this Muslim guy, befriended him. And he gave me a Bible, because all these years I didn't know how to pray. I was not into church. I was like a criminal, hardcore criminal. I started reading this Bible slowly. I joined a church inside prison, and that helped to build me, spiritually. Slowly, I started to know how to pray, Through that, God started talking to me, And each time when I read, it touched me inside. And I realized that the kind of life I lived, was going to take me to hell. I wasn't going to make it to heaven. And I was paroled after serving a period of 8 years of the 15 years. And when I came out, the reality hit me, because I was used to this high life, And here am I now. I've lost everything. All I had was 1,600 rands. And in a month's time, there was a time when I felt like killing myself because I couldn't take it, Luckily, that was God's grace, It happened on my way to the parole offices. I met with my wife, and I wondered who this woman was.
He didn't recognize me, but I recognized him.
And slowly we started where we left off.
He asked me whether I'm still in church. I said yes. I invited him to church. He never hesitated. He came to church up till today.
My coming to church changed my perception, because I thought I knew better, To me, the people in church, I thought they were like lost. They were the lost people, That's when I realized that no, peace is actually inside church. I was the one who was lost, The people inside church, they have peace more than I thought I had outside. And the transformation inside of me, made me realize that the true God is Jesus, who gave me everything, who gave me this peace, who gave me this happiness. I started this import and export business where we're selling art overseas. And that's what I'm doing at the present moment with my wife. And the business has grown so tremendously. And I'm happy because my life has taken a different direction, a better direction than the one I lived before. There's peace now, there's happiness in me.
He's a changed man, faithful, honest to God, honest to me, loving, caring.
And I thank God very much, thank Him a lot for that, because through my time in prison, He was there with me. When I wanted to kill myself outside, He was there with me, and here am I today, God is the ultimate wisdom. Depend on Him for the rest of your life.